Hi everyone, John here in association with Knees Up Mother Brown. Visit kumb.com. The link is in the description below for all the latest West Ham news, stories and opinions. Today's video is the Bournemouth home game, the first game of the season. Really looking forward to it. It's going to be a video log as best as I can get it. So keep an eye out for the stuff coming up soon. I'm literally just off to the pub now, so I'll see you guys in a bit.
Right, Steve, so tell me your thoughts on today's game and what you're hoping for.
Well, totally different from last week, obviously. It's a game we should win, and we should win quite easily, really. It's nice to play a team that plays football, so we play football, hopefully. It'll be a good game. We should win it. Who do I see playing? Well, I don't know really. Yarmolenko, does he start? Does Antonio start?
Well, we'll find out shortly. But what would you pick for your starting 11?
Starting 11, I'll have Yarmolenko in the team.
Right. So goalie first off.
Well, I know you're going to hate this, but I'm going to go Fabianski.
I agree. I think it's going to start today.
And I thought he made a couple of great saves last week. I mean, we was always going to lose that game, no matter who was in goal. So,
so who would you pick for right back?
Right back. You have to go Fredericks again, isn't you? So, Balbuena, maybe. Lasser's got to be on the right, I suppose. Actually, I suppose I've done it really, but where do you fit Rice? I think Rice what happened to Rice last week's a bit strange. I wouldn't put him in midfield. You had Balbuena or Rice, it's up to the manager really, isn't it?
Yeah.
To be honest. Would I start with Noble? No. No, I think he was a bit out of place last week.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you've got to have Arnie up front, but you start 4-4-2 up front, have Chico up with Arnie. You know, see what happens.
Well, as Pellegrini's normal starting 4-4-2 would be a 4-2-2-2. Who would you have as the two in front of the defence, and who would you have as the midfield two?
I don't know really, to be honest. Just see whatever the manager does. Whatever he does.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. So, what are you hoping for today?
Obviously, a decent win, you know, to make up for the four goals we got against us last week. So, a really good win, not just a 2-1, but a really good win to make up for the goals we got against us last week. The win 2-1 will be okay.
So who would you have in your starting 11 then?
I think, you know, it's up to management. I think I'll be happy with, you know, he's happy with. I think Arnautovic up front, he seemed to be doing well last week. I don't know really. I think a lot of players are just bedding in, and so you've got to give the same players a chance. There were moments of good play last week. It's just the defence was a bit. The midfield was letting us down a bit last week. So just keep it maybe as it is. Obviously keep Arnautovic up front. He was doing some good play last week. So give him time. I think we'll do well today.
Alright, Steve, can you read us out the team sheet?
Fabianski, Savinetta, Ogbonna, Balbuena, Messerarkan, Noble, Wilshere, Snodgrass, Anderson, and Alfis and Chicharito.
And the bench?
Adrian, Diop, Creswell, Obiang, Sanchez, Yarmolenko and Perez.
So thoughts?
Yes, go along with that.
So thank you, Paul and Steve, for your contributions there, guys. I really appreciate it. So let's get straight onto the game, guys. As everybody would have seen it, it's West Ham 1, Bournemouth 2. Very, very disappointing in terms of the attitudes of most of the players. Not all of them. You know, it was nice to see Zabaleta back. It was nice to see his efforts. He played very, very well. But I wasn't impressed with that, and and unfortunately at the full-time whistle there was booze around the stadium as well. But let's get back onto the game itself. To start off with, it was very much all Bournemouth at the start of the game. They really sensed that something wasn't right with the club, so they really went for the game. And unfortunately, it happened. We slowly started coming into the game. I said to Steve, who you saw earlier, I said to him around about the 25th, 26th minute that nothing was going to come of the game. It looks like it was going to be 0-0 at half time, and that's the way the game was played. Bournemouth were playing very well. There was some very good defending going on from our boys, especially from Ogbonna, and Balbuena seems a little bit off still, but he's learning the trade in terms of the league. But when it came to the actual game itself, on the 31st minute, this happened. And then it took a while for the referee to award a penalty, but it was eventually given.
Who knows films about that?
And so we were 1-0 up on the break. So still said at half time that it wasn't looking good, that things it could have, other than the goal, other than the penalty, it had a 0-0 game written all over it. Second half, what a surprise! On the 59th minute, the man I said we need to be keeping an eye on because he always scores against us, scored.
Shit.
Now, unfortunately, I didn't get the third goal that was scored, but it was embarrassing to say the least. Absolutely embarrassing. Scored by Cook on the 65th minute from one of their corners. Poor marking. Practically, from where I was seeing at the end of the Bobby Moore lower, from what I saw, he looked like he was basically given a free header. Basically, the ball bounced on the underside of the bar and boom into the back of the net. So it was 2-1 then, and unfortunately it was game over at that point. It was a hard game to watch. It really, really was a hard watch. So let's have a look at the stats now. I mean, so there's not much to talk about because at the end of the day, we had 61% possession with 11 shots and 5 on target. Bournemouth had 12 shots at goal and 5 on target. We had 6 corners, they had 4. It was a horrible game to watch. I really think that the players need to be culpable for their actions. I mean, as I say, the lineup itself wasn't too bad. The referee needs to take a look at himself. There's bookings. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bookings for us and only 2 for Bournemouth. Most of those were not warranted in any shape or form. The Bournemouth players were diving, the slightest bit of contact, bam, they were down. Free kick given every single time. It's embarrassing. Now I'm not sitting here in judgment saying our boys played any better because Anderson dived a couple of times. I said it in the Liverpool review game video that he needs to stop the slightest bit of touch and going down. That's the international way. We don't play that over here, Felipe. So please stop doing that. In terms, one thing that worried me was Hernandez was playing okay. He wasn't playing brilliant, but he wasn't playing superb. He did help out quite a lot with the defensive clearance, defensive work and stuff. But unfortunately, when he got substituted for Yarmolenko, that was the fastest I've ever watched him run that game. That is a big worry. He wasn't getting much service, unfortunately, but at the end of the day, it wasn't good. I thought Snodgrass played well. You know, he was his corners were a little bit shaky, but you know, he's trying to prove a point. At the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and badmouth all the players. You know, but because at the end of the day, it's still a learning curve in terms of what the players are trying to do, what Pellegrini's able to get out of the team. There is a possibility that there could be overtraining, but I don't think so. To be honest, it's really tricky to try and put a finger on it after 2 games. We need to be patient. I said this in the last game, but you know, nil points from 2 games. We've conceded 6 and only scored 1, and that was a penalty, and that is a worry for me. Massive worry. I did shoot a few bits of the game, but no, there's hardly anything to use in this, unfortunately, guys. But as I say, I wish I'd have been able to try and get the goal, but it didn't happen. There was nothing down the Bobby Moore lower end, so the video footage is slim to say the least. But if you're new around here and you like what I'm doing, please hit the subscription button and hit the notification bell, guys. I want to know your comments on this as well. You know, how did you rate the players? Was there any changes that you would have made from the last squad to today's squad? If you like the video and you like what I'm doing, please click the like button if you feel I deserve it, and also please share this video. So in the meantime, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'm hoping that we'll get something against Arsenal in the next away game. Obviously there's also the Wimbledon game coming up in the cup. I'm gonna see if I can get a ticket for that, but we'll see. If not, I'll be doing a post-match reaction, watching it straight from the telly anyway, because it's on Sky. So yeah, thank you very much for your time, guys, and I'll see you again real soon.